Welcome back to another episode of Nitty Gritty Rewind. I go by the name of Roscoe English, and of course, I'm here with the flock. Got my guy Keys with me.
What's going on? How y'all feeling out there?
My man Nick.
What the hell do you want, Sco?
I come in peace, my brother. Pause, man. No problem. Hey, man.
Early for that, bro.
I'm not a Lions fan. No smoke. No smoke. And of course, last but not least, Keith PJ.
Sco, what's going on, man?
I can't call it. How y'all feeling?
Been better.
I mean, personal life, I feel great, but as far as fandom, I feel a mess.
That's the most important thing, man. If you good, everything else will be okay. Nick,
Sco, you know what you did last night, Sco. You know what you did last night. Come on, I just woke up. I don't know what happened. I just woke up.
Yo, it's crazy. All right, let's go to the bank first, and then I'll explain. Monday Night Football, Detroit Lions get some kind of retribution. They defeat the Ravens 38-30. Now let me speak to what Nick is referencing. I went to sleep at halftime. It's 14-14. I wake up, and the first pick I see is from our beloved Nitty Gritty page. Make sure you follow on Twitter. And it's a picture of Lamar, and he's like, and I said, oh, them niggas must have lost. That's the first thing. I ain't look at the score. I ain't look at no stats. I just saw Lamar. Oh, them niggas must have. And Nick hit me up like, yo, you ain't shit. And he's right. But I literally just woke up in the algorithm. It's my algorithm.
You respond? You said something on this go?
Yeah, no, he just liked it.
No, you liked it. You liked it.
I mean, yeah.
I'm about to say he just that would have been funny. He just randomly text you that shit. Like, you ain't shit.
Right. Yeah, I liked it because I might have to meme that. Like, I might have to use that later on down the season. But that's what he's referring to.
That's funny.
Keys, start off with you. Your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I mean the same thing as last week. I'll let the fellow flock get into the breakdown again. You already know where I'm coming from, Sco. I've been saying this for 4 years. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about if it falls on deaf ears. I don't care about if the YouTube commenters are saying like he's a good coach. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm dead serious. Like, this guy has to go. Like, and it's evident. Like, it's evident if you watch the Ravens play like we do, like you do, not because you're a Ravens fan, because you do the show with us. But if you watch the Ravens closely, you would know that John Harbaugh is a problem. You would know that, Zach Orr is a goddamn problem. Like, it gets to the point now where it's laughable because you said all the time he's a lifer. And that may be true at this point because what he's doing now is malpractice. Like, just instance from the game. Like, I don't even got to talk about the other pass shit that he done, but just from this game, like, you get down there, you got first and goal from the 1. You end up with 4th and goal from the 3 or 4. So obviously things ain't going your way. You're losing yards. And not only that, you get the ball back at the halftime. So why not just take the points there, get some momentum or whatever, and then late in the game, 4th and 7 and 8 into the game, what we do, we kick the ball back to the Lions and rely on our defense, who hasn't stopped anything all night. And we didn't learn a lesson from Buffalo. He does that again. He did that again. He make the personnel decisions. He's the one who says, you're a starter, you start here, you come off the bench. When they meet with John Harbaugh, Todd Monken, and Zach Orr, and they whatever Thursday, Friday, whatever Saturday, and they install them game plans, John Harbaugh got to okay that shit. And at this point, he's just okaying anything because to come out and and zone a quarterback that's been in the NFL for 10 plus years is ridiculous. Like, anybody can throw on a 2 deep zone, dog. Anybody can beat that. You don't have to be Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Big Ben or Aaron Rodgers. You don't have to be these guys. You can be Jared Goff. And people want to bring up, they banged up. Yo, one person should not let you give up 225 yards on the ground. And especially when you have other big name, high price people in that defense. We talk about Roquan Silk. We talk about Marlon Humphrey. None of these guys showed up last night. None of them. I'll let them talk about the offside of the ball, but my main focus is like you you're not putting your players in the right position to win. I mean, you're dropping David Ojabo, you're dropping Mike Green in coverage, two things that they've never done in their goddamn life. And we talked about, so you mentioned the last time how y'all been dropping TJ in coverage. Even veteran linebackers, NFL defensive MVPs struggle with that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it takes time to be able to drop in coverage as an outside linebacker and defend. And not only you dropping them outside, you dropping them outside to defend the likes of Sam Laporta and David Montgomery and Gibbs. Like that, it don't make sense. It's not what the team. And granted, the Ravens to me are still the most talented team, but they're not a good team. They won't be a good team. This defense is not. And we talked about a Super Bowl bust. This defense is not even playoff worthy. You can't even make the playoffs with this type of defense. Yet alone even contend for any type of championship, any type of division. This defense keep up with no changes. I guarantee you the Ravens will fend under 500 and they won't not make the playoffs. Like, you can't. It's ridiculous. How do you lead the league in scoring and you 1-2, dog? Like, at this point, it's ridiculous. Like, how do you lead the league in scoring? You 1-2. How do your quarterback has the best passer rate and lead the league in touchdowns? No turnover, no interceptions anyway, and you're 1-2, and it looks that bad. Your defense can't stop a nose. They can't stop Bishop Sycamore. They can't stop a nosebleed. It's ridiculous. And like it's funny as hell because like you can see that we had them on 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and it was easy break for them. No type of pressure, stuff that we've been saying for 4 years. Coming to the season, a lot of our keys was the offensive line and what these outside linebackers gonna do. Can we get some type of pass rush? Both of them things are non-existent. We came into the draft saying we need the help. We need the secondary help. So the secondary is still the same way it was 3 years ago. It's a mess. You handcuffing these rookies. You putting these rookies in a position to not succeed. Like, you got Malachi Starks playing 30 years off the ball. If he's not ready to play, take him out the game. Like, there's no reason why if the game plan is to force if the game plan is to force them to run and you know they're going to run, get him closer to the line of scrimmage. It's just the way we line up. There's no disguise. Like, you can literally watch the Ravens game and point as a fan, the corner blitz is coming now. This person is coming out. So if we can see it as fans, what the hell you think Jared Goff and that offense is doing, dog? Like, what do you think Pat Mahomes is going to do next week? What you saw what Josh Allen did next week. Like, the Ravens are lucky they played the Browns week 2. They probably be 0-3. And I'm being real here. Like, it's not a good time to be a Ravens fan, because the team sucks. Like, the product is not. It just is. I guess it's poorly coached. It's bad. The product is bad. It is not because they don't have the talent. It's because the Ravens are consistently not in the right place. Even the end of the first half, they get the ball back. How are they even in position to kick a field goal? Like, I don't understand that. Like, what are you defending, Zach? Or like, what are you doing? And we said it last year. We gave him a little bail because they brought in the MPs. The defense got better, but he's not ready. He can't. I don't think they should fire him, but they got to relieve his play calling duties. You cannot allow him to call plays if this is calling drop back zones on 3rd and 9 instead of just getting in the zone and letting everything come in front of you. Now you got your two outside linebackers, so don't drop in coverage. Turn that back to the ball and run away from Sam Laporta. Run away from it's not making sense. It's not adding up. And like I said, it starts at the top. John Harbaugh is the one to okay these game plans. John Harbaugh hires Zach Orr because he wanted to say, I drafted him. This is my guy. Well, your guy sucks, and and you suck too. And the defense sucks. And it's not something that I would feel a little bit better because, the Lions are a good team, but it's not something that just happened yesterday game, though. This has been happening for 3 years, 4 years. And we could take it back to 2015, 2016, John Harbaugh, the way he's coaching, the game management. It's just bad. It's bad. It's literally horrible. And then you look out Seattle and you see Mike McDonald, that defense out with 15 points a game. I don't think that defense is a talent to the Ravens, but guess what? They got a scheme that's so ridiculous that you can't score against it. So it's like we passed the bend no don't break. Like it's past this point. Like you should be embarrassed. You should be, you should be coming into next week and coming into Kansas City with a humble attitude. All that talk, that you got to cut all that, and it starts at the top. But see, John Harbaugh, I don't even know how he know how to humble his team because he can't humble himself. He's a narcissist. He don't come in post game and say and say, it's my fault. We better game plan. So I like what the guys did. The offensive line played better. Okay. I mean, but at the end of the day, like I told you, you beat the Browns, you lose to the Bills, and you lose to the Lions. You're not a good team. Like I said, like I told you last ago, it don't matter who you beat. If you keep losing to the good teams, you're not a good team. You don't compare. So that's what I feel about the Ravens. Like you could talk about the Granted, the Packers lost weekend, but the Packers, the Bills, the Eagles, all the don't put the Ravens in the echelon. They don't belong there. And until further notice, I don't even know what this defense if they get there for the rest of the season.
Yeah, so this team, paper champions right now. You kind of look at what the situation is. There are people that will sit there and say, well, just look at the Ravens schedule. Look at who they played early on. Who do you think we would play if we made the playoffs? Who do you think we would play if we actually made a deep run? These are the teams that you're going to have to see, right? So how you stack up against them, albeit it's September, how you stack up against them, how you approach these games, it matters. And let's just look at the game. Opening drive, Detroit scores. We answer with a quick score on our own. At that point, we feel like, okay, this is going to be a chess match. It's going to be one of those nights. What followed that is when I knew it was going to be a rough night for us. 18-play drive, 98 yards, over 10 minutes chewed up on clock. That type of drive where a team on the road that historically does not play well outdoors, historically does not play well on grass, historically does not play well on the road, to allow them to come into your home stadium as you have a blackout and drive 98 yards down the field and chew up that amount of clock, it tells you that there was no fear. They went through you and did what they needed to do to you. I don't like that type of stuff. As far as being a Ravens fan, for as long as I've been a Ravens fan, I started watching the Ravens when I was a kid. So as long as I can remember, regardless of how our defense performs, whether it was number one in the NFL, whether it's middling, we could always stop the run. There was never an issue in Baltimore with playing run defense. How we look on the back end, us getting to the quarterback, sometimes iffy in our history. Rushing defense and stopping the run and not allowing teams to just gut you through the middle, that's something that we've never had to worry about. And now that's something that is our biggest weakness, our rush defense. If we can't stop the run, we're going to have a tough go at things. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery became the first line teammates to score multiple rushing touchdowns in the same game since Dutch Clark, who? And Ernie Cadell, who? In November 1936. It's 2025. That's the problem.
Every week we setting bad records, right? I think I saw it.
The last 2 weeks we've set an insane amount of history, and none of it is good, right? Even something to where you would think is good, like most points scored, to have a losing record after 3 games. That's not a good feeling. That's not something you want to write on your jacket or your resume, because it doesn't mean anything. We're scoring all these points and it's empty. We're stat padding. We can't stop a nosebleed. You have all this talent, so to speak, all these resources invested on the defense. We don't get any return on investment. What would Big T say? Big T wouldn't like that. There's no efficiency here. We got every level paid for, accounted for. We have draft picks every level on defense, and we still can't stop anybody. Zach Orr, yes, he has to go. I've been trying to be patient with the brother, right? I be trying. Like I won't give bail to Shador Sanders, cool, because he sucks. Zach Orr, I've tried. Can't do it no more. He's trash too. Get him out of here. Bring in real voices, real talent. And it has to be, it can't be a Fast and the Furious type of decision. Like, it can't be family over everything. Like, it can't be that. Let these people earn these keeps. Zach Orr, I don't believe, earned it from Mike McDonald. He was earmarked a position. Something was held down for him, but he didn't earn a position because he didn't put in the work to get to that spot that quickly. And it's showing. Whenever you have to say, maybe we should take away his play calling duties, why the fuck is he the defensive coordinator if he don't have play calling acumen? If he doesn't have a scheme of his own that he can rely on and that he can trust in, what the fuck are we doing? You mean to tell me we have to bring in Dean Pease for some modicum of like, are we being for real? Dean Pease? It shouldn't be a Dean Pease away to where we add him last year, things get a little bit better. Dean Pease wasn't that guy to begin with. We ran him out of town for a reason too. You know, and yeah, to Key's point, we see Mike McDonald doing what he does, right? And we see John Harbaugh doing what he does. Is anybody surprised at how he comes into the post-game press conference, how he presents himself, the things he says, the level of urgency he has in his tone? It's always we can get better. We have to go back to the drawing board. We'll be okay. We're mighty men. I'm tired of hearing that we're mighty men, bro. You can't be a mighty man giving up a 98-yard drive and then following that up later in game with a 96-yard drive. I mean, goddamn. It used to be a time in Baltimore where field position mattered. We used to win field position and it would do something for us. Oh, we pinned them inside the 5. That shit don't matter. They're walking us down. Marlon Humphrey getting walked down. Nigga talk too much. He talks too much. I don't be wanting to hear all of that without the stuff on the field. Now, if you want to do the stuff on the field, by all means, get your shit off. But 20 minutes after a game, I don't want to see you filming contact, bro. 20 minutes after the game, you need to be at M&T Bank Stadium defending goal routes, motherfucker. Because on 4th down, you seem like you was the only person surprised that Amon-Ra was streaking down the field on a play action. Duh. Could you at least competed on that rep? Or at least show some accountability and stay off the fucking internet? Because I don't care about the content that you're providing when the real content that you're getting paid to provide is helping to lose those games. And you're supposed to be our defensive leader. And, you know, I'll wrap up soon, but just wanted to call out a few things. Lamar Jackson, he played amazing, but at the same time, yeah, he has to. People, do you want Lamar to be perfect, as close to perfect as possible? Because that's what is required right now. I don't care to hold his hand in this situation. Yeah, he played at a 9. I need him at a 9.8. I need him at a 9.9. No, we can't continue to get caught and tripped up by our ankles after we didn't held the ball 7, 8, 9 seconds. I get that you're trying to make a play. I get that you're trying to look downfield, but you're Lamar fucking Jackson. Get the fuck loose when we need to. If we need first down, baby, go. I don't got time for all this playing, yo. I've never seen him get tackled by his ankles so much. And is he hurt? Is he nursing an injury? He did get injured late into not early into the season, as far as the first week of practice. Is he nursing a foot injury? Is there something that got re-aggravated? I know Lamar Jackson. I know his speed. I know his game speed, and I know how he goes. I didn't see that aggressiveness on his legs yesterday. And we need his legs as much as his arm. It can't just be the arm. We need both. I brought up the run defense. You know, we need to get healthy up front, but Nnamdi Madubuike doesn't seem like he's coming back. They're talking about a neck injury and talking about it's a long-term deal. Kyle Van Noy, he's old as fuck. We had Ojabo out there, man. Where's Owe? We have 3. What do we have? 3 sacks on the year? They had 7 sacks yesterday against us and 30 pressures. That might be fucking Owe's career high. Damn near.
30 pressures is crazy.
How?
Shit, I thought it was more than 30 watching the game. I ain't gonna hold you.
Ronnie Stanley is supposed to be on the left side holding it down. He's getting used and abused just like everybody else. It seems like these people, people have gotten paid recently. Derrick Henry, I got to hold you accountable. I do like how you hold yourself accountable, but, 3 fumbles in 3 games, 10 fumbles in your career in the 4th quarter. You just got paid. Need you to perform a little better. Ronnie Stanley, you just got paid. I need you to perform a little better. I mean, this stuff is inexcusable. Zay Flowers, no, I don't think he got shut down. No, I don't think he got shut down. Look at what he was on pace for in the first 2 games. He was on pace for about 1,700, 1,800 yards, averaging about 100 and some change a game. Now, I do know how our organization likes to think, and let me put my conspiracy tinfoil hat on, because people don't like to read a room sometimes. On pace for 17,800 yards, we go into a game against a potential contender, and we choose not to feature our best weapon. Have you ever heard of a game in which a team is trying to win, where they go out their way to not feature their number one receiver? Is it a cost-cutting measure? Because we don't like the idea of having to pay a wide receiver money. Do you see what these wide receivers are getting paid? The market rate is the market rate. We already talking about trying to get him, like trying to pay him a short or not pay him at all. That's the talk on Twitter, right? Is he a wide receiver one? Does he deserve the type of money that those guys get? Well, if I'm on pace for 1,800 yards, guess what my agent's going to say? And guess what I'm going to believe? How do we limit that? Let's get Rashad involved today. Let's get Tez involved. Let's throw it to Diop a little bit. Let's get Mark involved for the first time all season. No, me personally, I want to get my best player as far as skill player, as far as on the outside, I would like to get my best player on the outside involved, and let everything from that build from that standpoint. I mean, I don't see people just saying, you know what, we're not going to utilize Justin Jefferson. We're going to go spam TJ Hawkinson and Adam Thielen. Nah, I'm not going to throw it to Jamar Chase. It doesn't work like that. So that is concerning for me. And finally, as far as title contenders, I don't see how this problem fixes itself, because we have a trench issue on offense and a trench issue on defense. We can't pass protect. Run blocking has went from a strength to, I would say, it's average now. We have average run blocking. It's not a strength like it used to be. Defensively, we can't stop the run. We can't get pressure. That is not how you win games. And I know everybody has a hard on, and I'm sorry, I can't censor myself today. I know everybody has a hard on for Keaton Mitchell, but RB4 isn't fixing those fucking issues. Respectfully.
I mean, yeah, I couldn't agree more. You talk about Zay Flowers, and I watched the game with Keith. I don't understand why we don't get him involved early. That's your wide receiver one. Why is he not touching the ball in the first possession? Too many times he's going without touching the ball early. But to be 1-2, you got Lamar, who's got a 141.8 passer rating on the season, 10 total touchdowns, no interceptions, and you sitting at 1-2. Quarterback not turning the ball over, but you still losing football games. This defense, I mean, you saw 295-plus yard drives yesterday. We talk about historically bad. Hasn't been done in Baltimore since 2001. So it's been 24 years since a team did it once. The Lions did it twice yesterday. Used to be a time you could back this defense up, and you was punting the ball. We was getting the ball in the 50. Jared Goff going up and down the field. To me, this is a problem. It starts at the top. John Harbaugh. You ask him at the beginning of the season, is this Super Bowl a bust? He says that's silly. The team carries themselves as if it's silly. Week in, week out, they carry themselves that way. It's not Super Bowl or bust. There is no urgency. When you watch the games, you see it too often. And it's just disappointing to watch as a fan, and it's just bad. You get tired of watching it. I mean, how many times can you sit there and watch Mike Green drop back in the coverage like he's talked about? I mean, how many times can you just continually send 4 and not blitz Jared Goff? I mean, if you remember the game 2 years ago, what did the Ravens do? They heated Jared Goff up from the first possession. He was off his marker from the first possession. Last night, Jared Goff was never off his marker. Jared Goff had a day for all intents and purposes. The one time we did get a little bit of pressure on him, he got out of it and ran for 5-6 yards. So, like, it's just people in the wrong place, man, and that's coaching. I'm sure play calling got a lot to do with it too, but I mean, you paying these guys a lot of money. Roquan Smith what impact? You want to talk about what he did first to Cleveland Browns? What you do first a playoff team? Like, I don't care what you did first, Joe Flacco. What are you doing against the Josh Allens, the Mahomes, the Burrows, the so on and so forth?
Roquan Smith be elite in the most non-elite situations.
Yeah.
Like, that's that Chicago Bears shit. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, I'm not used to it at all.
Bench him. I understand why just bench him. I don't get it.
You can't.
Why can't you? Why can't you?
You know it's.
Did you see? You seen the play? He sucks at this point. Right now,
his back was to the quarterback.
Right now, he's not good. I mean, you can't play players. That's not they. I mean, they are. Granted, we can say what we want to say, but this is what Dave said last week. They came out. I mean, a week after that Bills game, they said if the job is not getting done, you're not going to play. Right? That's what they said. That was Marlon. That was Marlon Humphrey exact words. That wasn't nothing that Nick. Me or Keith said that was Marlon Humphrey exact words.
Marlon.
So my thing is, if you're not getting a job done, you shouldn't be playing. Like, is it? And to your
sit down next to me, homie.
Right, to your earlier point, Nick. Like you made when Marlon is sticking Amon St. Brown 1-on-1. Why is that the scheme? Why do you have Marlon? He can't guard him 1-on-1. That's impossible. Why is he sticking him 1-on-1? I don't care how much money you pay Marlon Humphrey at this point, Nick. I wouldn't put nobody on him unless you Denzel Ward, some of the top cornerback purchases.
Not when you've been getting cooked all game.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. You got to read the room, and that's what you can't. This is a bad type of play. It comes back to the play calling. Like, get these guys. Kyle Hamilton. You got to make a play. Like, you can't just be back there running around getting cardio. Like, you're a great safety. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you talk about play calling, and I'm looking at Todd Monken. I mean, we go back to the Buffalo game. Rashad Bateman makes a hell of a catch, puts us on a 1 or 2 yard line. We're first and goal from the 2. And what do? We're kicking a field goal from the 8 or 9 yard line. What happens last night? We're first and goal from the 1.5. And we're throwing Derrick Henry halfback passes on third down, and Lamar's rolling out to the right, which is, what do I always tell you, Keys? I hate that play. It cuts off half the field. It's a dumb. It cuts off half the field. If you don't win, it's nothing there. All you can do is throw the ball away. And he had no play. He fumbles.
Keith, hold that thought. Why is it that has happened with 2 different play callers? Is that a John Harbaugh thing?
That's foundational? That's what it seems like. The same way they hiking the ball, with 1 or 2 seconds on the play clock. Well, guess what? Now the defense don't got to guess the snap count. We can just go. It's balls to the wall. We know y'all hiking the ball with 1 second left because y'all take forever to get to the line.
Now, if you look at other teams around the NFL, like y'all watch NFL tick, y'all watch. If you look at other teams break the huddle, it'd be like 18 seconds left. Dog. You can assess the defense. The Ravens break the huddle with 8 seconds left every single time, and that to me, that's not a coach issue. Lamar got to get better. And to your point, like he's playing as great as he can play right now, but he has to be better. Like, his decision making has to be better. He's getting away right now because he's so great and he's so athletic. But both of these last 2 games, take away the Bills game, but if you look at the beginning of the Cleveland game and the beginning of the last night, and even throughout last night, he was off the marker. A lot of balls was overthrown, thrown out of bounds, and it could you can attest it to the pressure. I'm not saying that the pressure he got happy feet, but I like you said, if 10 is the scale, he has to be 12. He has to be 30. He just got to at this point. And it's sad that it got to be that way. I mean, it's sad that this coach has put him in that position, but it's going to be what it's going to be at this point, because it's going to be Lamar bust. The defense is not going to make no changes. Nothing's going to happen on the defense side of the ball. And you
will hope that the team will build a fort around him as far as the offensive line, but then you think about why they don't. And I'm not defending it. I don't agree with that type of roster construction, but the way the cheapies in our castle like to think, Lamar is elusive. He's a 2-time MVP. Historically, you can't get him down. So we don't maybe need to invest every single resource into the O-line because Lamar can make up for it. Is that the way to go? I don't think so. I wouldn't have let a Zeitler leave personally. I forgot homie that left to go to who was our swing tackle last year? What is his name?
Makari. We went to the Jags, right?
Do you guys miss him yet? Because I'll take him.
Cleveland.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
he
cut
be
you off.
playing.
Did you see that?
He'd be
Like,
playing over 77.
Who did he even put a hand on the play on the goal line?
77.
My man straight whooped him, was in the end zone.
And
You would thought he was running the tush push.
Right. We're not talking about 1st and 10 from your 20. We're talking about scoring plays. We're talking about from
Rosengarten.
Why is Ben Cleveland in the game when you're trying to score a touchdown?
It makes you remember some of the guys that we all used to complain about that I wouldn't mind having anymore. And back to my original point, as far as roster construction, yeah, they're slighting the old line. They paid Ronnie Stanley. They said, okay, that's enough, Lamar. You got Ronnie, and we're gonna draft middle. You know, you got Ronnie and you got Tyler. We gave you first round talent there. Everybody else go figure it out. We're gonna hope and pray. So yeah, on Lamar's plate, he has a lot on his plate right now, and he does need to be at his best. Does he need to be perfect? As close to perfect as possible. Yes, he needs to get better with being able to make changes at the line. I don't know if I don't know if it's a situation where we're coming up to the line with 8 seconds because that's an area he doesn't excel in. Because I'm sure if we had Tom Brady, that wouldn't be the scenario, because that is a strength of his. Peyton Manning, that was a strength of theirs. So I'm not sure if it's something to where it's not a strength of Lamar's, but if it is a strength of Lamar's, let him do it, because we're taking away our own flexibility and hamstringing ourselves. And yeah, we need him to be in charge of protections, be in charge of audibles. We need him to run when it's time to run. We need him to always keep it. We need him to be Superman, because that's the way this roster has been constructed. It's a nice roster on paper, but we don't have the people to make it gel. We don't have that scheme that's going to bring and put people in the right positions to be their best selves. Nate Wiggins, jury is out on him. He looks a little light on the ass, and I don't see him making enough plays he's not shut down, that's for sure. So again, all of this first round talent, all of this money being spent, I just don't see where it's going. Malachi Starks, to Key's point earlier, Darius Washington got hurt. He was the thumper. He was the guy that kind of would be able to come down and put a hat on somebody.
What I said about Darius,
He's been saying that Nick, every time we watch the game.
I miss him so.
He's saying that all season.
We have to rely on a rookie, and that's.
I miss Darius Washington bad, dog. Like, regardless of his stature, his size, you've seen him play. He plays hard. It's what the Ravens need. You need them intangible pieces. You can't all have high price play and first round talent. Like, it don't. You gotta have them players that's 3rd or 4th round picks. That's willing to get dirty.
I know we about to end. Eric DeCosta, been trying to give you some compliments and stuff. Been trying to be a better person in my life, but my nigga, like, where we have no depth. Your draft picks be looking crazy under the light, and these are the things that hold us back. Now, mind you, 3 games in, we have a lot of season to go, but we're going into Kansas City next week, and they're just as desperate as we are. It's going to be rowdy, and they're not a bad team. So let's get that out of our head.
And they make it Brady back.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about EDC. I mean, you got to get pass rushes, and I mean, we haven't developed a pass rusher in Baltimore since Suggs. I mean, we had Dumerville, but he was a transplant. Like, we have not had a pass rusher.
I need a transplant.
Yeah, at this point, we got to get a transplant.
Please.
I mean, we can't do it in house. It's going to have to be a transplant.
Put me on the waiting list. Shit, I don't
know. Yo, one second. Clowney, cheap talent that I feel like we could have just got. Why not? Why not kick the tire? We saw how he performed for us before.
It's ego, dog. It got to be at this point. It got to be like something.
Micah Parsons wanted to be a Raven. He wanted to play and help Lamar accomplish his goals. He wanted to wear purple.
That's what I said. What I tell you, throw the house at Dallas. I don't care if you give up Mike Green or you give up whatever they want.
Figure it out.
The land Micah Parsons, and you pay him whatever you want. You pay him whatever you want at this point. But yeah.
I mean, we pay everybody else to get nothing in return.
But guess what? We can complain all you want to. It don't matter. You gotta go to Kansas City this week, so you gotta put up a shut up at this point. That's really what we come down to.
I hope y'all enjoy.
You have fun, Skull?
I hope y'all enjoy y'all trip. I hope y'all get y'all some good barbecue.
I'm gonna enjoy the trip, but rather the Ravens, I'm enjoying my trip.
I will say this: I wouldn't have had it on my bingo card to start the season that either the Chiefs or the Ravens would be 1-3.
Right. That's very true.
So if you ask me if I'm enjoying myself, either or makes me happy. Let's go. Let's get to the curtain. Steelers beat the Patriots 21-14. They got the hell out of Boston with a win. I'm gonna just say this: I'm happy with the win. I don't know how the hell we got out of there with the win. So, let me start on the offensive side of the ball. We start off with a first drive touchdown. Oh shit, we figured some shit out. Oh, okay, cool. Get some stops on defense. I'm like, okay, now we cooking with fire. We getting pressure. We stopping the run. Cool. Drive 90 yards. Get another touchdown. I ain't seen that since, of course, insert Ben Roethlisberger.
You're like, we back, right?
My God. And then the offense proceeds to gain, I think, about 40 yards until we get the final touchdown in the fourth quarter. So, Art, salute to you, the script, cool. But good coaches, like Mike Vrabel is a very good coach, especially on the defensive side of the ball. He adjusted, and we couldn't adjust to the adjustments. This offensive line, I always say I should not know the offensive line's coach's name. I shouldn't know his name. Do y'all know your offensive line coach name?
We should.
Not the new one. No, not no more. I don't know.
You should not know his name. It's like if you're a cornerback and they don't call your name for the whole game, you had a good game. If they call your name, hey, dog, something wrong. Pat Meyer is not a good offensive line coach. Look, for everything I say about Broderick, 77 in the AFC North curse, he's a first-round pick. Troy Fontenot, this is still his third game. He's going to take his bumps and bruises. But Zach Frazier looks like he's regressing. Mason McCormick, who I thought was a steal in the late round last year, he's regressing. Isaac Samalu was a Pro Bowler coming over here as a free agent. He don't look like he's been worth the money. The offensive line coach can't teach. I guarantee you, if any 5 of those guys went to another team, I'm not saying they'll be all pros, but they'd be serviceable. I seen Kevin Dotson leave us and become a Pro Bowler with the Rams under Sean McVay. Kevin Dotson didn't look like he belonged in the NFL playing for us. A year after he leaves us, he's a Pro Bowler and got paid. It's organizational. I shouldn't know the offensive line coach named Pat Meyer. You are the Matt Canada of offensive line coaching. You need to go. You need to go. Look, it's so many times, so many snaps, so many reps. You see Broderick Jones can't even get his fucking hands up to punch. He can't even get his hands up to block. Why? Shout out to Trey Essex. He got the all-22, old offensive lineman for us back in the day. He points out all 5 of them guys are in different stances. They don't even look the same.
I saw that.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw that.
I
saw Trey Essex. Yeah, I saw his tweet. I think I saw his tweet.
Yeah, you got 3 guys. You got 2 guys in a 3-point stance. Everybody else is in a 2-point stance. And he broke it down like, yo, I don't give a fuck of what's comfortable for you. What are you teaching? What are you teaching? Like, it's just bad. And I feel bad for Jaylen Warren because right now he's our best offensive player. He's running hard. But you got to give this man some lanes to run through because if he can get some daylight, he'll make a play. He's showing you that. He'll make a play. And it started out great. And then when the Patriots... No, I'm gonna give him his props.
Oh no, Jaylen Warren that best player. He's like that best player right now.
Right now, both sides of the ball. It ain't the Kalen, and I can't even blame the Kalen because I know half of it can't be art because you got to protect the offensive line that can't block. So you can't have a 5-step drop back for Aaron Rodgers to survey the field and boom pressure as soon as you hike the ball. But quick slants, back the defense up, yo. They're literally. The defense is in 2 shell, bracketing the Kalen. He's double team. You know why? We don't have a wide receiver 2 to get you out of it. We can't run the ball to get you out of it to bring safety out the into the box, we can't do anything. So they can just like you've been doing for the past 4 years, you could just sit back and all the Aaron Rodgers passes are at the line of scrimmage. So it looks like Kenny Pickett, looks like Mr. Trubisky, looks like the Husker Ben. It's the same, different coordinators. This is where Mike Tomlin, I'm like y'all, it's talking to space, trying to say fire somebody. But he can't hire assistants. Somebody else has to step in. He can't hire assistants. They're bad. They're just bad. Offensively, I think when Art get into his drawing up pass plays and they're good, but he has to have an offensive line to work with so it can produce something. You got the Kalen making $30 million a year, and he's not getting any separation because they double team him. Because all right, now we don't trust nobody else. Roman Wilson can't even get on the field. He can't even get on the fucking field.
And I don't know why, because it ain't like they got nobody in front of him.
Like there's nobody else. He's not. And then you come into the season and you talk about the tight end room and how it's one of the best in the league. Pat Frymouth looks like that was a waste of a fucking contract. Jonnu Smith. Yeah, I like Pat, but come on, it is what it is. it is what it is. You got big ass 6'9" Darnell Washington. At least spam him. Get some fucking penalties or something. Hack a shot.
Right.
Jonnu Smith is again like Matt Canada be creeping into the motherfucking box with jet sweeps and shit.
He be trying to get him the ball though.
He tried to get the ball. But look, it's still week 3. I need more out of the offense. Now, defensively. Defense did what they could. It was the ultimate bend, don't break game. We have a tight end issue. We like to make every tight end look like Tony Gonzalez week to week. So Patrick Queen, the linebackers, y'all got to cover better. I know you went on Twitter, Patrick Queen, said, I need those 2 back. Oh, don't tell me, just do it. Don't tell me, just do it. Look, Derek Harmon had his debut. He looked good. He looked good. He looked like he's every bit of the first rounder that you hope he be. Cut some of the snaps from Keanu in a D tackle, put in Daniel Ikwele. He looked like a more natural D tackle. We finally got the pressure and we got home. TJ got the first 2 sacks. Cam looked like he deserved to complain about money this week. Salute to you. Nick Herbig. Look, we don't have a pass rush issue. I don't know about y'all in Oway, but we drafted a little guy out of Wisconsin in the 5th round that I hope that we trade Alex Highsmith and pay this guy. Every time I see Nick Herbig on the field, he makes plays. Every single time. I don't know what they're going to do when Alex Highsmith gets back, but they better not take him off the field. You saw Jabril Peppers. He made a play. Look, when you get 4 fumbles in the timely manner that we did, look, we should have won by more. I'm surprised that we won this game because, look, each time we got a fucking turnover, it was on a 9-minute drive. Patriots are a young team. That kind of shit happens to them. But we stopped the run, but we can't defend the pass. We got some guys missing, just like you miss Adarius Washington. I miss Deshaun Elliott. You need those kind of guys. Chuck Clark is a fucking bum.
he washed that. He definitely
Chuck Clark is a bum. Like, and it's like, damn, I used to talk shit about you, and I see why. Like, you dropped 2 interceptions, easy interceptions at that. Like, easy interceptions. You can't. You're not a box safety. Like what are you here for? You're just here out of necessity. I honestly think when Deshaun comes back, it's going to be Deshaun and Jabril out there. I like that physical combination, right? And we missing some guys in the secondary, of course. Peasy's coming back. But the main thing, that middle of the field for us is going to be an issue unless the linebackers decide to know how to cover. And you said it, Keith. It's hard. It's hard to cover some of these guys. Like Hunter Henry ain't no bum. Yeah, this ain't Chargers Hunter Henry, but he ain't no bum. But he
listen, man. The thing about y'all is these issues are better fixable after a W. I tell you that much. Like y'all do got a lot of issues, but it feels better working on them after you come out with a win.
I mean, even some of the bullshit Tomlin's been saying, it's like, all right, we won. I've never heard him sound like this. Like this guy's relationship with the game of football. Dog, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't even understand what that means. Like, but like you said, after a win, it was just good to stop this. Their lead in Russia was Drake May. And I figured that, you break contain sometimes. He had 45 yards rushing. Everybody else had either 30 or less. So I came in saying you had to stop the run. They did that. But in coverage, he had 268 yards. He was turning the middle of the field up. That's a big issue. You playing against a team in Minnesota that has weapons.
That defense was wild last week.
I'm very scared about that defense. The way that, I know y'all saw this rep. Brian Flores is a fucking maniac.
I saw what you're talking about.
He's a maniac.
4 defenses on one play.
Right? And everybody was where they were supposed to be, which means he's a great teacher. He's a great teacher.
John, can I brought him in, yo? You want to bring in Dean Pease and Chuck Pagano and all these niggas that you got?
We had him.
Bring in talent.
Flores,
I don't care about your relationship.
It's a threat.
We had him.
Have relationships on the side.
He was behind me, and we let him go. Like that's what I'm talking. Like that's the kind of assistance you pay for. I don't know if he'll ever be a head coach again. The way that he schemes up shit, he don't need to be, man. He don't need to be. You talking about sending an all-out blitz, then dropping back into a cover 2. Half of the field is playing quarters, and everybody was where they were supposed to be, and they had the Bengals in hell. I'm worried. How he can disguise shit up front with our offensive line that can't get on the same page as is. It's going to be tough in Ireland. It's going to be tough, but I'm cool with the win. Good to see big money guys make plays. But that offense got to get it in order. You give a good team. We're slightly above average. You give a good team 5 turnovers, they're not winning by just a touchdown.
Yeah, and it shouldn't take a 2-minute drive after you got 4 fumbles. 2 of them at the 1 yard line at that.
2 of them, like you got an interception. You got a fumble in the end zone.
Y'all gotta make a move and bring in some outside help because DeKalen was never that. Like high volume, run a slant route, run every route in the tree. He's a deep threat that is great at tracking the ball and being physical. You got to let him be in his element and bring in the Tyler Lockett to work next to him.
Exactly. It's the recipe is there. I'm not telling you to go bring in Jerry Rice or nobody, but I'm sure it's going to be somebody that can run good routes and get the respect of the secondary to pull away from DeKalen.
I don't know why this thought came in my mind, but y'all kicking the tires on a Deontay Johnson for cheap, or he just needs to. He need to
go kick some tires. He need to go kick some tires at
But that would have to your point. That would have been perfect if he had his head on straight. That would have been perfect for
if he was the Deontay that left.
Yeah,
like when he originally left. I just think he's too.
I think he got a bad pack or something. Like he ain't the same, bro.
He self-sabotaged.
Yeah,
he self-sabotaged.
Early CTE, I don't know.
And the fact
if I threw away, like he was on the cusp of a big.
And I ain't hearing about getting no workout since he got cut from Cleveland this year.
They don't fuck with his attitude. And
again, another
once
one.
You show your ass, that's how they do.
I mean, if you get cut in Cleveland with that Robinson quarter, then I guess you probably shouldn't be in the league.
But it was you flame out in Baltimore, like you quit on Baltimore. People gonna be like, whoa, that don't happen there.
And Houston in the same year.
And Houston.
You just got to be smarter, bro. But I was trying to think of a cheap somebody y'all could just bring.
That is cheap. But if Slayton from the Giants, they'll probably be selling soon. Dart is playing something like that. Olave. The only thing about Olave is him and the blue tent are best friends.
He's Memphis Bleak. He's Memphis Bleak. He's gonna be one-headed away his whole career.
Yeah. But as long as he's alive, he's a millionaire. I just don't see you getting through the season. Calvin Austin would be a good wide receiver 3. He can't be 2. And I like Calvin Austin, and he's making plays, but it's got to be something for Aaron Rodgers to work with while that line gets it figured out. So that's my takeaway.
Well, aren't you tops in the AFC North? Does it feel good? Like, are you back on your?
The North. look, it's week 3. I'm not going to worry.
It's been a while since you got. I'm just saying, it's been a while.
Y'all can have the king of the north. Nobody does nothing with it anyway.
You act like you be winning playoffs.
I like the humbleness. So
he knows what's coming.
You saw that Patriots when you realized, like, yeah, we good, but we got some shit to work. I like the humbleness.
Oh, for sure. Dog, look, I know the game. I know the game. I wasn't gonna come in here with I'm still at a 5. That win didn't move me up or down. I'm still at a 5 with the green arrow ready to go to a 6. If anything, I should be a 6. Like, dog, we got 5 fucking turnovers.
Are we at a 5 or a 6 yet, yo?
That's a good question for y'all.
I'm at a 0. What do you mean? Like,
you know what?
Did you see Dave McGregor look like Barry Sanders last night? I'm at a 0.
Oh, so you at a 10?
Oh, he's at a 10.
Yeah.
I'm about to say you're not worried. Damn.
I was about to say, nigga, I'm worried.
Sounds black because you optimistic, my brother.
No.
10. All right. Yeah. I'm still at a 5. Like, I was watching that. Like, yo, you gotta be fun. If that's a good team, we lose that game with the 5 turnovers.
Yeah, you just
kept them in the game by not being able to move the ball. 40 fucking yards after your initial drive touchdown. That can't happen. That can't happen.
That's Tomlin though, get conservative too. That's what that came out. Tomlin did that. Tomlin was like, let's just run the ball. Let's just throw it underneath. Let's not turn the ball over. We got it where we want it.
He's scared to throw across the middle of the field. And this is what three coordinators now. This is like y'all said. That's a Tomlin thing. Right. Don't throw across the middle of the field. But you got tight ends that can exploit the middle of the field. So,
and every time I throw across them, for y'all complete pass. So it's like, what's going on here?
Outside of when Ern be having old man vision, like he gave Rob Spilly one. He gave Rob Spilly one. Like, you would have thought Rob Spilly played for us again. He just threw that shit right. I'm like, damn, all right. That's 2 weeks in a row. But other than that, hey man, got some shit to work on. I wouldn't just take Carson Wentz lightly. All right. Week 3 takeaways.
The Falcons are who I thought they were.
Man, fuck Michael Penix, man.
Yeah, I just saw you drop them too, Scott. That's
yo, in fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Jayden Daniels got the knee injury. I'm like, yo, Michael Penix is playing the fucking Panthers. This is just a good week to just pick. I was gonna drop him regardless. Whatever he did, I was gonna drop him. But at least, yo, give me 20, 25 points. No. Get out the week. Yo, this motherfucker scored 4 points. You got benched.
Yeah. That's one of my takeaways.
Kirk in.
Yeah. How much time would Kirk come in the game?
What was that?
No, no.
I don't know.
Late fourth quarter?
It was late fourth. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's one of the Falcons. I expected better from that. But my biggest takeaway, the Chargers will be tough, man. Like they we thought that window was closing after they do that Jacksonville game. They gonna be tough, man. They so solid defensively, and then you got somebody like Jim Harbaugh not letting your offensive coordinator blow it up. You're gonna be right where you need to be.
He's the offensive coordinator. You just hear my boy.
They're gonna be tough, man. They are tough. And just that's my biggest. They've my biggest takeaway because they 3-0 and all that 3 wins came in the division. That's huge. They got a 2-game lead on everybody now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna run away with that division. But they kind of were in the driver's seat to begin with. Just having that experience or whatnot. Mm-hmm. Like Atlanta still got to climb the mountain, and Penix. I don't see it right now. He looks like a game manager, and that's not good. You got to sit your first year for the most part. You're supposed to be a little bit farther ahead. You have weapons galore.
And an older quarterback coming out of college, too. That's supposed to work in your favor. A lot of experience.
I kind of want him to take the do-rag off at this point. Like, stop the gimmicks, man. Like, you ain't good enough to be sitting there having that stink-ass do-rag going under your helmet. Like, grow up.
I don't know about Penix, though, because, I just didn't see it in Washington. I never saw it there. Like, granted, he took him to always the national championship game, but when you got the best offensive
team, he lost to JJ McCarthy. It wasn't the best year in college football.
Oh shit! Listen, you say JJ McCarthy, the Vikings look better with Carson Wentz.
JJ not getting that.
Yeah, all
unless Wentz go like 0-3, like a 3-game losing streak. JJ Carter not getting that.
Is Wentz the new Sam Darnold?
I'm telling you, O'Connell
Get
was
with O'Connell and he'll resurrect.
anybody can be.
Yeah.
Any old quarterback. God
What a
damn.
coach. What a damn.
They looked.
Yes.
Justin Jefferson was smiling ear to ear. Like
That's why JJ not coming back.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get if 18 not happy.
And this thing they getting better too. Jordan Addison this is first game back Sunday. They getting better.
Early playoff watch.
You forgot about that, didn't you, Scott? It's first game back Sunday.
Early playoff watch since when you have 2 losses, you gotta do shit like this because it's a tough AFC. Right now, the Chargers, Colts, and Buffalo pace the AFC at 3-0. Surprisingly, Cincinnati is 2-1, which is crazy. But we know we saw last week. We ain't worried about that.
Yeah, that's gonna follow.
Pittsburgh 2-1, Jacksonville.
No,
I ain't worried about them. And then Baltimore right now hold the last playoff spot at 1-2. So,
what?
Kansas City and Denver in that Kansas City and again it's after 3 weeks, so grain of salt. But Kansas City and Denver is still in that mix too. So yeah, I mean we have our work cut ahead. I bring that up to say we can't keep losing games. That's for sure. Not to AFC opponents, Buffalo, and then if we lose to Kansas, we can't do that because they're going to be the teams that we're trying to like. Seeding is going to matter, and then tiebreakers is going to matter. So we have the same record with the Kansas City Chiefs at the end of the season. The head-to-head going to matter.
All right, performer of the week before we get up out of here.
I got the Browns defense, man. They different. They different. They bring it week in, week out. They got players at every level. I thought with JKO, with him missing a year, they was going to struggle at linebacker position. But they not, and they showing out. I mean, to be able to do that to the Bengals, even though the Ravens scored 41, they still, to be able to do that to the Ravens 3.5 quarters, and then what he did yesterday, Jordan Love, it's impressive.
3 shout outs. First one to Jalen Hurts. Put the ball in his hands, and he showed why he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. And again, one of them put up a shut up moments back against the wall. I think they were down 26-9. Adversity starting to creep in. Wide receivers pissed off on the sideline. He said, "Give me the fucking ball," and he did what he needed to do, and flipped the switch. And then the last 2, Mac Jones and Kyle Shanahan. Enough said. 3-0.
I'm gonna go Isaiah Rodgers for the Vikings. Dog, I think he had the highest grade from PFF in like their history.
That's an all-time performance.
Yeah, when you get an interception, pick 6. Cause the fumble, return the fumble, and then play lockdown defense. Although you playing against Jake Brown, and you still got to go out there and make plays, and he did. So that's my performer of the week.
I was playing against Minnesota's defense in a league, and I survived barely by 2 points. But every time I was watching Sunday Ticket, and I saw the first return for a touchdown, I'm like, God damn. And then it happened again. I'm like, why they keep showing the same play over and over again? I get it. Like, what y'all want from me? I'm like, wow.
The same player. It was the same player. Deja vu.
Bugging. I had to play against the Colts defense. Boy, the Titans made that up. Oh my God. They're gonna fire that motherfucker. I'm surprised he still got a job.
Yeah. He said he gave it the play. That was in. He gave it the play calling duties.
Wait, Callahan? I thought he was the. I thought he's a play caller.
He's supposed to be the play
caller. He got the QB coach calling.
He's gone. The play caller not calling plays.
That's the first step.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Keith.
I'm gonna go. I had Isaiah Rodgers, so I had to switch mines on the win, but I'm gonna go Jonathan Taylor. Just week in, week out right now. He looking like an all-pro potential offensive player of the year. He making Daniel Jones' job a lot easier. And you got a running back that's effective. You can run the ball and play defense. That's 2 recipes to playing late in the season. So I like Jonathan Taylor this week. Had a good week.
That's a fact. And Jonathan Taylor, he's actually playing like the best running back in the league, like receiving, running the football. But I will say, Indiana Jones has Saquon Barkley before. That's not always the fix. Indiana Jones doing his thing too. I was just throwing in that tidbit.
He is. I mean, with that recipe that Keith just laid out, he just don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Could have did that in New York, but it was a different story. So
maybe we put a little bit too much dip on Dayball's chip.
I see him when Dart play. That's gonna be his final.
Because it just because we gave the credit for Josh Allen to him, but Josh Allen is Josh Allen.
I'm not giving no person like any player, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, any unicorns. I ain't giving nobody credit.
It's saying you.
You know what I mean? That
and I ain't giving Greg Roman no credit for Lamar Jackson. Get the fuck out of here.
Or Justin Herbert. Like no.
You can hinder a great player, but you ain't bringing.
Can hold somebody back.
Yeah,
but nah. Oh, before we get up out of here, prayers to Najee and James Conner. They both season-ending injuries. Those are my guys. Those are my guys. Hate to see that shit happen. Hate to see that shit happen.
That's crazy that Najee they never missed a game. Now this happens when he got that. That's just crazy, man.
I know, and he gonna miss out on $4 million.
And then like when you on a 1-year deal too, like you trying to reestablish your value. This is the crossroads of every
27 years old. He's not a young running back. As soon as you saw it, you knew what it was. I was like, damn. So prayers to them.
They got some good pack out there. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
And I mean, he got a lot of stuff out there, man. He can occupy his time when he rehab.
A real holistic recovery.
Holistic?
Double entendre, don't ask me. If you're viewing us on YouTube, we appreciate you. Make sure you go type in Nitty Gritty Sports Talk Show. Hit the subscribe button. When you do that, tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, rate, comment, and subscribe. I don't know when we're gonna see y'all again. My guys are going to Kansas City to get some barbecue.
Friday?
If Friday, hey, I'm open. If not, safe travels to y'all. And I hope you see a loss.
After y'all, let me know. Nah, if I come back, I ain't gonna be a happy camper. Y'all.
1-3. Have y'all ever when the last time y'all been 1-3? Like Cowbola days? It's been a long.
We were staring 1-3 in the face last year too.
What was y'all 0-2?
We were 0-2.
We were 1-2 with Josh Allen coming to town, so we 1-2 going to see Pat Mahomes this year.
True.
How does that? Is the feeling different, or is it the?
Hell yeah! Did you see this team yesterday? Hell yes! Did you see this team yesterday? Did you see the product on the field? You asking rhetorical questions though. I shouldn't even answer that shit.
I'm asking the question as a host. Like that,
it's completely different. Right. It's completely different than last year.
I want to smoke. It's cool. Hey, everybody stay safe and be blessed. We holla at you when we holla at you. We out.